NYPA, it's time to start the show, so search for the squad and listen out for the promo with the West Wild Spitter, spin his web into a chokehold. Make it unfold, 5 o'clock. Who gives a damn of what your man to say? We spittin' live wireless, leave we shot with the gamma ray. Ain't no runner-up, cause it ain't the closest to candidate. I blocks it deep and you draw like Japanese anime. It's just us and the rest, news off the hottest press. Kyle Holton, Philly West, reppin' with the legends, classic interview session, politics, sports segment, live phone, call up with question, it's the NYPA, 95 connection, real people, ain't no scripted cue call for direction, just team on their grind time till it's all perfection, throw it past the satellite so you can catch reception, so touch ground with us, we kill challenges, and murder it for every number on your calendars, from west to the boogie down the Greyhound in this, we Google Spot, Anchor Podcast, pocket this.
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of NYPA Entertainment Radio. Now, originally, this was going to be the series finale episode of NYPA Entertainment Radio, but like I mentioned last week, I extended it one more show. The final show of this series will be January 1st, 2026. And then, like I said last week, with the new show, Who is Kyle Graham, will be in the spring of 2026. So who is Kyle Graham? I don't know who this guy is. I have no idea. But I did hear he's highly intelligent, good-looking dude. And ladies, he's single. I'm just saying. No? Okay. So look out for that. Spring of 2026, Who is Kyle Graham? And the series finale, January 1st, of NYP and Team Radio, closing the book, throwing it away. It's done. It's a wrap. That's it. But yeah, originally this was supposed to be it for me, but I decided, start the year off with a bang, ending something new and stepping forward to something old, I should say, and beginning something new in the spring with the new podcast of Who is Kyle Graham, which I'm very diligently behind the scenes putting together and looking forward to and very excited about. So it's a little, a little bit bittersweet, not going to everything on New Year's Day in reference to how I feel about everything. I give my thanks to those who helped out throughout the years to see me go 15 years with this particular podcast and hopefully an infinity more with the new one. Hopefully everyone had a great holiday, whether it's Christmas, Kwanzaa, or even Hanukkah. And hopefully it's a safe one, and we're not done yet. We got the New Year's coming up, and I know everyone's preparing for that, to bring in the New Year's with their loved ones or whatever, whether it's in church, whether it's home, whether it's out. Just be safe, enjoy yourself, be thankful that another year has come about and you're able to see it, and it'll be a good year. It brings you good health and great health and great wealth. Health first. Health is always very important. So hopefully so. Now, without further ado, we'll get into some topics that's been happening around the holiday season here on the next to the last NYP and Team Radio. Hence, the title of this episode is The End is Near, meaning the end of this series is near. It's coming to a close. That's it. There's no coming back. There's no reboot. There's no remake. There's nothing. You may see someone might try it again under this name. If they snatch it up or something, but it's not me. It'll never be me. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. Let's see what we can get into. Now, picking up where I left off last week with the whole thing with Nicki Minaj, it said Nicki Minaj deactivates Instagram after Turning Point USA event appearance. Which was an event she had with Erica Kirk, which is the widow to Charlie Kirk. Days after Minaj made an appearance on Turning Point USA's America Fest on December 21st in Phoenix, the rapper has deactivated her Instagram account. The super bass rapper 43 walked out hand in hand with Erica Kirk, who attended the political gathering for the first time since husband Charlie Kirk's death, and joined her for a conversation to close out the annual event. Erica, who was elected CEO of the organization after Charlie's death, asked Minaj what she has learned from President Trump's administration. Quote, I have a utmost respect and admiration for our president. I don't know if he even knows this, but he's given so many people hope, the rapper replied. When asked about her decision to support Trump, Minaj said she got tired of being pushed around. I have something I have something inside of me that's stronger than what's out there. So when you've had enough, you realize, wait a minute, why do I even care about these people and what they think? Who are they? They don't even know who they are. So I'm not going to back down anymore. I'm not going to back down ever again, she explained. Elsewhere in the conversation, Minaj took aim at California Governor Gavin Newsom after they were previously involved in a feud on X, later used to be known as Twitter, tied to comments about transgender youth, and then named name checked um, handsome and dashing Trump as a good role model, as well as Vice President J.D. Vance. At another point in the conversation, Minaj had an unfortunate slip while sharing her praise for Trump and his administration. Quote, dear young men, you have amazing role models like our handsome, dashing president, and you have amazing role models like the assassin J.D. Vance, our vice president, she told the crowd. After making the statement, the Your Love rapper stumbled, seamlessly realizing that what she said in front of the widow of Charlie, who was assassinated in September. She went silent for a long beat, covering her mouth with her hand in shock. Erica 37 was gracious in the wake of the slip, telling Minaj, "Trust me, there's nothing new under the sun that I have not heard." Though Minaj's Instagram account is deactivated, her X account remains intact. The day of the convention, she reposted a video where Erica asked her about the backlash and she received from her own industry in response to her political views. Uh, in the video, simply respond that she didn't notice. In the caption section of her post on X, she wrote, "Didn't have a clue. Carry on." Um, but listen, it's no shock that a lot of people responded negatively towards Minaj's support of the administration. She has the right to each his own. That's on her. That's on her. That's her. If that's what she wants to do, that's what she wants to do, and that's fine. Like I said before, everyone has their right to do that. We ain't got to support it. We don't have to like it. We don't have to agree with her. That's just what she likes. Um, Regardless of what the administration stands for and the people she associated herself stands for, and she's siding with them, whatever. But like I said last week, the toad and the scorpion and the toad. Now, if you watched the show last week, you heard me say this, you would know the story of the toad and the scorpion. And then if you had never heard of it, you didn't watch the episode last week, look up the story of the toad and the scorpion. And you'll figure out who's what, when, where, and how in the story that I'm talking about when it comes to Nicki Minaj and the administration. That's all I have to say. The toad and the scorpion. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Does it bother me that she supports him? No, it doesn't, because again, this is what's supposed to be great about this country. You get to choose whatever you want to choose. You get to support whoever you want to support. Although shit like this have ended relationships, friendships, and the whole nine, it shouldn't. At the end of the day, like I said, if some of my closest friends were in support of the administration and whatever, that's fine. Just my thing is, don't preach it to me. Don't try to convince me or that this person's doing a great job. Come on over and nah, to each his own. You know what I mean? There's two things I don't discuss in detail, whether it's publicly or privately. That's religion and political views, because both can cause issues, fights, wars, the whole nine. I don't. This is not that show. I don't. I don't give my opinion about it. And those who know me personally know how I feel, and I don't get in detail about it because it is what it is. And I say it is kind of like you kind of shake your head like, wow, like damn girl, really? But she has that right. Again, it's like she has that right to pick, and I just leave it with Toad and Scorpion. That's it. There's got to be mindful of the Toad and Scorpion. That story sticks out. When I read it, that's what sticks out. That's what I say to you guys. Um, Check it out. Look into it. You don't know what I'm talking about. You look it up. Oh, this is what Kyle was talking about. Like, yeah, Toad and Scorpion. So we'll see as time goes on what happens. 10 million followers is a lot. So the question asks, and although she mentioned it, and people have the right to change their minds and things happen, will she ever rap again? Now she's supposed to drop an album in 26, but she shelved it. But I wouldn't be surprised if she try again down the line. I think that how can I say this? Hmm. Whether anything in the entertainment business, for the most part, especially with people of color, I truly believe that she will get snubbed. She will be blackballed. I really do. And I there was an artist, I can't think of her name off the top of my head. And she, oh my gosh. I want to say it's, oh my God, I can't, I see, she was a R&B singer, sung with Jay Z hooks in the early to mid 2000s. I can't think of her name. Well, anyway, she performed at Trump's first inauguration years ago. Haven't heard from her since. She's a people blackballed her for that. And I can't think of her name, so forgive me for that. And it's probably as soon as this shit is done, I probably remember, oh, here's so and so. I can't remember her name offhand. But I do think that if and when Nicki Minaj decides to perform, act, or want to work with people of color, I would not be surprised if they blackball her. They turn their back on her, give her the cold shoulder. I would not be surprised. I would not be, especially within the alphabet community. Like it's like I can say Toad and Scorpion, as I keep saying, Toad and Scorpion, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Because she's going to want to come back in the entertainment industry. And people are going to remember what she said, how she handled herself, and who she aligned herself with. And a lot of people are not going to work with her. It sounds petty, but it's true. That's how people are sensitive about politics and religion. So I would not be surprised down the line. As I said, Toad and Scorpion. Keep that in mind. All right, moving on. What else? Oh, I did the wrong one. Let me see. I didn't mean to delete that. Okay, 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 okay. I got one for you guys and gals. Angie Martinez apprehensive to release her Tupac interview. Angie Martinez, again, apprehensive to release her Tupac interview. Quote, he was angry. The radio personality says Tupac comments during the interview could potentially hurt those he talked about. She's still fine to this day, Angie Martinez. She's still super, super duper fine. Angie Martinez has her still has her lost 1996 interview with Tupac Shakur, but is worried about letting it loose because it might offend potential listeners or the subjects of Pac's diatribes. During her chat recently with someone on this past Monday, December 22nd, I don't like the guy, so I'm going to mention his name. The radio personality and podcast host brought up the interview saying the host understood that Martinez had held it back over concerns that it might be inflammatory. The interview was conducted in 1996 with her and Tupac, and by Martinez estimation lasted about an hour and 40 minutes. However, Only 12 minutes of it were ever aired. The remainder has remained unheard in the radio host possession. Martinez told the host of this interview, I don't like the guy, I'm going to mention his name, about her fear of releasing the interview, which was recorded during the height of the East versus West Coast rap war. But she thought maybe it's time to put it out there after all. Quote, that's probably why I never put the Pac tape out, because I think about the people that are going to get hurt from that. Even the people that are talked about on the tape, how that lands, she said to the host during the interview. There's people he talks about who are no longer here, not just big. Martinez continued. I mean, there's people in the rap world who has passed, and he's talking about them, and it's not in a way that's very helpful to the world. He was angry at the time. He was 24 in the middle of a war, an internal war. So he's talking shit about everybody. Martinez added that there's an ugliness to Pac's remarks in the interview that might not be a fair representation of his legacy. The rapper passed away just days after being shot during a September 1996 drive-by at Las Vegas. Martinez added that she's aware that the public wants to hear the interview and mused that the host could help her figure out the logistics. Host of the interview Martinez. I'm not naming the guy's names, I don't like him. From Martinez's perspective, the interview wasn't as amazing as people think it is. Quote, I was 20. It's not a season involved Andrew Martinez on the radio. It's a brand new Andrew Martinez on the radio. There's not a lot of follow-up questions, she admitted. Martinez wrote about the unreleased interview in her 2016 memoirs, My Voice into a Billboard, on the book's publication, that the moment was a turning point in her career. Quote, it taught me a good lesson. I went with my gut, she told the outlet. I didn't know how it was going to work out. I was scared to air this interview, and I didn't want to be responsible for making it worse. And the truth is that I made a decision. I'm proud of that after all these years later. Uh, that, you know what? That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Now, I already hear you asking me this question. Do I think she? Do I think she should release it? I'll get it out. I say yes. Now let me stop there. Would I have done it if I was in her shoes years ago? Yes, I would, because that's just me. I did an interview. I would do it. That's my job. That's me. That's me. I'm not talking. He's talking. Spotlight's on him. I'm doing my job, so y'all could come at me, whatever. Like, I'm not. He's saying it. This is an outlet for people to speak their minds. Whether it's then or now, I don't. At the end of the day, I still say release it. I say why not? Not because I'm being nosy or curious or whatever. I'm like, it is what it is. He said what he said, whether it's back then or whether he said it now. Um, he said it. I don't think. I mean, she made the right move for her. I don't disagree that what she did was wrong. I don't think it was stupid that she had to make the best decision for her at the time and until this very day. Um, if you ask me, I was like, if you ask me then, ask me now. Then, 1996 college. Even though I was young, I was 19. She was a year older than me. Um, I would have did it because I'm still the same guy I was with. Like, fuck it, do it, let's drop it. It's just to me like, wow, this is wow. And this is before social media and clickbait and all that stuff, and I still would have did it. Ask me today if I held on and if I did the move she did and I held on to it, would I drop it today? Yes, I would. It needs to be heard. Why? Because it's interesting. Shows what his mind. I don't think it's going to tarnish his legacy. Tupac said a lot of things, good and bad, up until the time he passed away. When he went on rants and said a lot of things, a lot. I don't think this one interview and what he said is going to tarnish anything. I mean, that's her opinion. I don't think it will at all. It's just what he felt at the moment, and we have the right to feel what we want to feel. We have the right to say how we feel, whether we like it or not, whether we agree with it. I would have did it. I would do it. But that's just me, and I'm not knocking her for doing that. Like I see why, but that's just me. It's just something that I feel as though like, why not? Why not? I don't think it would tarnish anything. He said a lot worse. I mean, he said a lot. He has said a lot, and I'm sure I've heard the interview. I haven't heard this one, but I've heard interviews where it's kind of like, ah, damn, dude. Like he went in ham on a lot of people. Not that interview, but I heard in other interviews. He went on Eddie Murphy, Arsenio Hall, Spike, like so. That's nothing new at the time when he like early on in his career. He's speaking how there was no support from African American directors. Like he went on and on and on. But he has that right, and I don't see what is so bad about him speaking his mind. I don't see what is so bad about it airing. I don't think it would tarnish anything. Anyone who knows Tupac knows he spoke his mind, spoke from his heart, and angry or not, he said a lot of things. Some he maybe meant, some of them he meant, some he may not. But I really think, just to camera, y'all. I think it would be cool if she did. I think it'd be good. Why I say why not? I again I understand where she's coming from, but I still like I still would have did it in '96, and I would do it in 25, or hell I would do it in 26. Um, and it's not about her like, oh, it wasn't season. I do follow up questions. That's fine. No one. I know with all due respect, no one's listening to hear you follow up. Everyone's turning in to hear him talk. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't sometimes, even if you are seasoned, you might not have a follow up because some the person says something, you be like, I don't even know what to say to that. I don't even know how to whatever. So even the most seasoned people don't always have a follow up. Don't have a quick retort or anything like that. Because sometimes things will stump you. This when you think you have. Some people say you have all the answers. Some people just change the questions. Um, I say again, I would love to hear it, and I would have done it back then in '96 in 25. I would have done in 20. I would have. That's just me. I was like, fuck it, throw caution to the wind. Okay, let's. I just would. That's just me. That's my gut instinct. I would, but I respect it and I understand. I'm not mad at her or nothing like that. Everyone is different on, everyone's different how to handle things. But I think I would have definitely, hands down, would have aired it. So hopefully one day she will. Maybe she will in 26. That'll be officially what 30 years if I'm correct with my math. I think it'll be 30 years. Maybe after 30, maybe 30 years she would do it. But I don't think it's going to turn to anything with Tupac. I don't think it'll be anything you can do. That's what that was his mindset at the time. That's what he felt. And listen, we all have said and done things in our lives in a certain situation where we said because we were in that headspace. And if Pac was still here and he looked back at that when he lived, and he's probably he'll be in his 50s now, he'll look back at that 24-year-old and like, you know what, I was angry, I was young, there's a lot going on, a lot of people getting at me, and probably would like clarify and apologize or whatever. We all have said and done things, whether celebrities or civilian alike, that we wish we could have taken back or shouldn't have said. So he's no different. He's a human being. And I don't think anyone's going to look at him different or anyone's going to tarnish his legacy if he said whatever he said. So I say release it in 2026 and let the people decide. I don't think there's going to be any backlash towards her. And I don't think there's going to be any severe backlash towards him or his legacy, period. But for the record, I would have done it then and I would do it now. Moving on. Let's see. Tyler Perry accused of sexual harassment and assault in new lawsuit. Tyler Perry has been sued over allegations of sexual assault brought by a new accuser, an actor who's appeared in 2016's movie Boo, a Madea Halloween. In a lawsuit filed in Los Angeles, Superior Court, Mario Rodriguez alleged that Perry assaulted him on multiple occasions over several years at Perry's Los Angeles home, according to the complaint. Perry allegedly made unwanted sexual advances towards Rodriguez, including a 2018 incident in which Perry tightly hugged him and grabbed his penis. Rodriguez, who played frat guy number 10 in Perry's Boo, a Medea Halloween, is suing for sexual assault, sexual battery, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. He is also bringing a claim against Lionsgate distributor of Boo, a Medea Halloween, for allegedly ignoring Perry's actions. Rodriguez is seeking at least $77 million. Where do we got that figure from? The complaint describes an incident that allegedly occurred in Perry's home screening room a few months after they met in 2015. Mr. Perry, quote, Mr. Perry then put his hands on Mr. Rodriguez's leg and began rubbing his inner thigh right next to his penis. Mr. Perry told Mr. Rodriguez it's okay while he continued to rub his thigh. Rodriguez alleges that the two broke off contact in 2019, but that Perry would periodically reach out to him after that. The complaint states that Rodriguez was motivated to bring this claim against Perry after reading reports about Derek Dixon's lawsuit earlier this year. In response to Rodriguez's suit, Alex Spiro, a lawyer for Perry, said in a statement shared with Variety, which is the article, having recently failed in another matter against Mr. Perry, the very same lawyer has now made yet another demand from more than a decade ago, which will also be a failed money grab. Spiro was referring to another lawsuit against Perry filed in June. Dixon, an actor who appeared in Perry's BET series The Oval, accused the filmmaker of sexual harassment and assault. Dixon appeared in 85 episodes of the drama show, alleged that while staying at an entertainment mogul's guest house in June 2021, Perry grabbed his buttocks while intoxicated. The lawsuit also cited alleged text messages in which Perry is said to have made repeated sexual comments and advances over several years. Dixon is seeking at least $260 million in punitive damages. Jonathan Deshad, a Los Angeles-based attorney who represents Rodriguez and Dixon, pointed to numerous text messages allegedly exchanged between Rodriguez and Perry that bolstered his client's claim. Mr. Rodriguez is looking forward to his day in court and holding Mr. Perry accountable for his actions. We do hope a jury awards enough money to make Perry regret his actions, Deshad said. Unfortunately, statements like those made by Perry attorneys does not do nothing but enable Mr. Perry to continue to victimize people like Mr. Rodriguez. My client looks forward to a jury's determination of what happened. Mr. Rodriguez realized that Mr. Perry was continuing to use his power and influence to sexually assault hopeful actors, and with the voice of others, decided that it was time that he tells the story to obtain justice and to finally stop. Mr. Perry, the new complaint states, when Mr. Perry became aware that Rodriguez was going to file his actions, Perry once again reached out to Rodriguez by text, texting Rodriguez that Perry did so much to help Rodriguez, and was that Perry was feeling betrayed by Rodriguez. Well, again, I'm going to say this, not when I let his side, their side thing. I'm going to say, all right, look, to me, it looks like it is a money grab. You waited all these years, and it seemed like after Dixon made his, you're going after him. And since Dixon went 260, you went for 77, which is by the same lawyer. Interesting. The same lawyer represents both. So the lawyer went for Dixon, like, let's go 260. No, I can't get you 260 on this one. I'm going to get you 77, and you're going to get a percentage from both. Okay. My thing is, again, why are you waiting for years to tell someone that someone touched you inappropriately? Years. And you waited, oh, well, Dixon says, so I'm going to say something now. All you just did, in my opinion, was give Perry's lawyer ammunition to go against you. As soon as this shit happened, You should have put him in his place. You should have knocked him the fuck out. He grabbing you and rubbing you. You sat there, let him do that and make advances for you this whole time. You're a human being. You're a man, or if you were a woman, you put that person in their place. You punch the shit out of them, and you kick them in the ding ding, and you call a complaint on them. You call the police and get them locked up or whatever. You don't wait decades later and then wait. This person did it. I'm gonna do it too. And I'm gonna go to the same way. No, man, that looks suspicious. Even if he did do it, it looks suspect. I'm sick and tired. Get mad at me, send your hate tweets to me. I don't give a fuck. I'm sick and tired of people waiting decades on end to file a lawsuit against someone who they think is a god because they have a lot of money. They're human beings. The only difference between them and you and me is status and, well, status. Period. They're still human. Their money can go like that. And for the fact that you didn't say anything for all these years, like, I would not let anyone disrespect me in any manner. I don't care who they are. I don't care what their status is or what they are in life. You're not going to sit there and touch me inappropriately and make me feel uncomfortable. Fuck that shit. That's not happening. Don't let that ride. Like, you put these motherfuckers down. You don't wait till years later and say, oh, they did it. No, man, stop them. You sat there, let that motherfucker do it. You let him sit. You said, like, come on. So, yo, man, what the fuck you doing? I don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you put him in his place and like, look, I'm fucking call the cops on you. Whatever. Don't touch me like that. Like, you put bullies down. You don't let them take advantage of you. You let it and you let it ride. You wait till somebody say something. Then you wanna jump on board. It looks like you are, band. You just kind of just band hopping, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like another money grab. You wait. Like, I don't understand. I don't care. Y'all get mad at me. I don't understand why people take years to file complaints against celebrities. Fuck the celebrities, man. Fuck them. They're human beings. You should not be taking them. You should not have to deal with this mentally, emotionally, physically. You should not have to. If you choose to, that's your shit. But it incenses me every time I read something like this. It all happened 15, 17, 18. I'm like, why do you wait so long? They're not God. They're human being. Don't take that shit, man. Like, no one should be hurting you and touching you inappropriately. No one. No one. There's a no. That should not happen at all. You you take care of that. Now, flip side of that is his side, Perry's side. Someone, this will carry over to the new podcast. Somewhere in the middle is the truth. I'm not saying he didn't do it. I'm not saying he did do it. I'm not saying the guy's lying. I'm not saying he didn't lie. But the flip side, he could be. Anything's possible. But at the end of the day, like I always say, it's like I'm always astonished that you let this go for years. He's not. There's no excuse. No excuse. You go after that person immediately. Period. In my opinion, you don't let that shit ride. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable behavior for anyone, male, whether male, female, him or her, black, white, whatever. No one crosses the line. No one. You should not feel uncomfortable with someone touching you inappropriately. You go after them. You get them. You don't wait, because that's one of the first questions the lawyer is going to ask you. What took you so long? Why did you wait so many years? And then you just happen to say in the article, you waited for Dixon to say something. You're like, oh, I'm gonna say something since he said something. That really looks like more of a money grab. You know what I mean? Like, you just piling on, you band hopping. You know what I mean? I think I said that wrong. Anyway, I don't understand it, and it angers me. Like, you gotta get these monsters in the beginning. You gotta get them. You can't wait till years later to do it. Now, you know what I mean? Like, allegedly, if he did do it, and if he didn't do it, and you're making shit up, and you want to just follow behind Dixon, then shame on you. But all this, including Dixon, will all come out. We'll see the fight out in court. We'll see how this ends. Um, but it's I again I it sounds harsh what I'm saying, but it's completely my opinion. I don't understand why you wait years. You get them. You get those monsters right away. You get them right away. Don't wait years. Don't let them control you because you think, oh, they're of status. You get at them. Don't throw the handcuffs on. Throw them behind bars. Bury under the jail, and let justice prevail more sooner than later. And again, I just don't understand. I really don't understand. I don't get it. I don't understand you wait this long. I really don't. Anyway, moving on. Um. All right. So, 20 for you 21 Savage fans. 21 Savage extends number one streak on top R&B and hip hop albums chart. The rapper's last five projects have now reached the top spot, a run that began in 2019. 21 Savage banks his fifth overall and consecutive number one on Billboard's top R&B and hip hop albums chart as What Happened to the Street starts atop the list date as December 27th. The set on Slaughter Gang slash Epic Records earned $73,000 equivalent album units in the United States for December 12th to the 18th tracking week, according to Luminate. What Happened to the Streets was a semi-surprise from 21 Savage, which its official announcement on December 8th, 4 days before its release. Its track list contains features from major hip-hop stars, including familiar collaboratives with Drake, Lil Baby, Metro Boomin, as well as G Herbo, Glorilla, can't stand that name, but she fine, and Lotto. Uh, of the first week total, for What Happened to the Street, streaming actively contribute 48,000 units, representing 65.8 million official on demand audio and video streams of the album songs. 25,000 units came from traditional album sales, while the negligible amount of track equivalent album units. One unit equals the following levels of consumption: one album sell 10 individual tracks sold from the album, or 1,250 paid slash subscription tier, or 3,750 ad supported tier of official on demand audio and video streams for a song on the album. With the new album, 21 Savage achieves his fifth number one top R&B hip hop albums, encompassing his last five appearances on the list for a streak extending stretch. He first ruled the what I the what excuse me first rule with I Was, a 2 week leader in January 2019, returned to the summit via collaborative projects with Metro Boomin, Savage Mode 2 on a week leader in October 2020, and Drake, Her Loss, 4 weeks on top in November to December 2022, and logged with 3 week solo champ American Dream in January and February of 2024. Elsewhere, what Happened to the Streets arrives at 21 Savage's sixth number one on the top rap album chart, at number three on the all genre Billboard 200. In addition to the album's win, 13 of his tracks crashed onto the hot R&B and hip hop songs chart, led by the Drake team up, Mr. Recoup and Mr. Recoup, and number four, the entrance secured 21 Savage 37th top 10 on the ranking, while Drake extends his all-time record to 143 top tier. I'm not a 21 Savage fan at all, but this is a feat. And I wanted you guys to hear who are 21 Savage's fans that, he's doing this thing. Again, I'm not a big fan, but tip my cap if I had one on to him, because he's doing this thing, and he's been out for a while, and he has a huge following. I don't know any of his songs like that, but I found it when I read the article originally. I said that's kind of cool. That's not bad, man. He's doing this thing, and people love his music and so forth. So like I said, I'm not saying the music is bad. I'm just not a fan. And well, you know how I am. I'm not big on current artists like that. I think current artist music is not my bag. It's just like, I'll leave it for the new era or other people who from my era might like it, but it's not for me, quite frankly. But kudos to him, and keep doing what you're doing, man. Like it, because it's working, and people are loving it. Fabulous lights up 50 Cent with Blazing Squatters right with freestyle on Christmas. The podcast hosts Mano, Dave East, and Jim Jones join Fab to rap over various Class of 50 and G Unit instrumentals. Um, Even it's time to spread some holiday cheer, 50 Cent stays ready to beef at all times. After the rapper took shots at the Let's Rap About It podcast for its Sean Combs The Reckoning criticism, co-hosts Mano, Dave East, Jim Jones, and Fabulous stepped into the booth to return fire with their Christmas special freestyle titled Squatters' Rights on Christmas Day, a couple of days ago. Loso battle cleanup, and they saved the best for last as Fab went directly at 50 while taking a shot at the G Unit's mogul's ex Daphne Joy, who dated Diddy and was named in a civil suit against the embattled Bad Boy Boss. 50 also filed a lawsuit against Joy, with whom he shares a child, in May, while he denied her allegations of physical abuse. Quote, you know I got power. Your shorty got hot shower. Catch her trying to leave like Tasha shot Lala. Fab raps over G Unit's Rider Part 2. The bitch be hot like Mila. And no no and no you not Allah. You can both meet the creator. His first name's not Tyler. That sounds, it reads better than how I said it. I gotta listen to that, John. The rest of the rapper podcasting foursome opted for higher subliminal jabs, which saw Mano rhyming with 50's Back Now, Capo choosing I'll Whip Your Head, and Dave East smoking a Baltimore Love Thing. 50 Cent has yet to directly respond to Fabulous or his podcast running mates on social media. Billboard has reached out to the Queens rapper for comment, but nothing happened as of yet. Tensions between the Let's Rap About It podcast host and 50 were raised when the G Unit rapper posted an alleged voicemail claiming Jim Jones owed money to the owner of the studio where Jim, Dave, and Mano and Fab record their podcast. 50 referred to the foursome as squatters and taunted the crew, saying he was looking into buying the building where they record so he would be collecting their checks for the future. I gotta hear that joint, and I like Fabulous being the upfront. I don't like subliminal diss records. Don't be punks. Don't do that. Don't be subliminal about it. And I don't like, if you're gonna diss someone, name names and say some shit. That's what it's all about. Being subliminal, having people think about it, and like, oh, I think you meant this. I think no. Look, if I'm listening to something for entertainment, I don't want to think. I want to enjoy. If I want to think, I read a goddamn book or watch a quiz show or some shit. I like the straightforward attack. Name names, put your foot down, like, yo, you corny, you this, you that, that's what I like. I don't like subliminal stuff. So kudos to Fab for naming names and coming at them. And I'm going to listen to it eventually. I do want to hear it. But I'd rather hear Fab's one. I'm not subliminal. I'm not big on subliminal. If you're going to diss someone, diss them. Name names. I can never stand diss records when cats are subliminal about it. They just like, to me, the subliminal route is a punk route. Like, you're scared to name names. You know what I'm saying? Like, we kind of know what you're talking about. We think we know what you're talking about. For some reason now, you don't want to say that person's name. At the end of the day, I want to hear names. I want to hear you call them out for what they are and who they done and what they did in the whole 9 yards. So again, tip my proverbial cap I had to Fab, because he named names. I'm big on that. Name names, man. What the fuck, man? Why are we holding back and being subliminal about it? That's what makes a good diss record. Not subliminal messages, and you know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. I ain't naming names, but you know what I'm saying. Like, nah, say, yo, you this, you that, you this. I'm talking about you, so and so. That's how it should be. And I expect 9 out of 10, 50 gonna do the same thing. I don't think 50 gonna be subliminal. 50 gonna be like naming names and taking shots. That's how he's coming. So he's buying his time. It's 4 against 1. I wouldn't be surprised sometime in January. He gonna go after all 4. And he's gonna name names. And boy would he name names. So because it's funny, it was like it was like, well, why not 56 going to respond to Fabulous because he said his name. Well, the other 3 were talking about him too, but I guess since they didn't say his name, and to me, like I said, it looks like he's scared to say his name, and Fab wasn't. I'm just saying. I mean, out of the 4, I think Fab's the stronger of out of the 4 MCs, out of Dave East, Mano, Jim Jones. I think Fab is the strongest one to take him on anyway, quite frankly. But we'll see if and when he responds. We shall see. And I will be talking about on Who Was Kyle Graham coming to you soon in spring of 2026. He smiles. Okay. Let's see. Rick Ross artist Nino Breeze busted by feds for marijuana possession. He was released on bond. Rapper Nino Breeze allegedly got caught with the wrong kind of tree during the Christmas season. That was corny if it wrote that. The Florida native was slapped with a federal cannabis offense, but he's home now celebrating in front of the Christmas tree. That was a corny entry. The person who wrote this article. Nino attorneys Bradford Cohen and Mark Rankin tells TMZ Nino surrendered Monday to the U.S. Marshals at the federal courthouse in Tampa after being charged with conspiracy to possess with the intent to distribute marijuana. The lawyer said Nino was released after a court hearing in which he agreed to post $100,000 cash bond and put up $100,000 in property as collateral. During the bond hearing, the judge noted Nino's promising music career and encouraged him to keep progressing in his chosen field. Nino lawyers tell us Nino will be home for Christmas, and we quote, and we look forward to examining evidence to reach a fruitful resolution through trial. Nino currently signed to Rick Ross' label Maybach Music Group, which released Nino's latest EP over the summer. I think it was called 100 Men versus One Gorilla. Gorilla, not Glorilla, Gorilla. You know what? This is interesting to me, where you pretty much know in your state, and just in general, if you carry something illegal on you, why are you drawing attention to yourself? If you driving dirty, whether it's a suspended license or you got illegal substance on you, why are you like driving dirty? I don't understand that. To draw attention to yourself. I don't know who Nino Breeze is, but it's interesting that one of the articles like this, how cats get caught with drugs on. I'm like, for some reason, I don't know if it's karma, kisma, whatever you want to call it, that draws attention to you when you're doing something you ain't supposed to be doing, or carrying something on you ain't supposed to be carrying, where you end up swerving or walking and the shit comes off you and the cops pick up on it. People get caught. Like I would think you were moving stealth mode. You're quiet. You're not drawing a lot of attention to yourself. If you're carrying like illegal, something like marijuana, who's technically in some states is still illegal, unless you have a card or whatever. And in Florida, they don't play. So up and coming rapper, drop 100 G's, dropped another 100 G's. He may have it like that, but still, that's money he could have saved in the bank and so forth. And it's not good. It's not cool. If you're gonna do it, transport quieter, sneakier. Don't draw attention to yourself. Sorry, yawn. Don't get pulled over and have the scent all in your car because that's what they look for and that's what they smell. And then in Florida, they don't play. A lot of other states don't play, even though it's technically like almost damn near illegal. Unless you got the card, some states are still more strict than others. But I'm like, dude, you can handle. You could just travel quieter with that. Is it? You know what I mean? Wait till you get home. Something. I don't know. I always question that when I read that people got pulled over because of possession of marijuana, which means like you draw attention to yourself for them to pull you over and find it on you. You know what I mean? Had to be. Or routine traffic stop, maybe, I don't know, and the smell's in there. I would think if you're traveling with that, you'll be super, super careful. Yeah, I mean, again, that's just my opinion. All right, moving on. Last but not least, the New Year's is here. How are you spending your New Year's? If you're not going anywhere, you can watch Daddy Yankee ring in the New Year with Dick Clark New Year Rockin' Eve and more lifting moments in the Latin music. Daddy Yankee will join Dick Clark's New Year Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest 2026 for a live celebration from Puerto Rico. The reggaeton superstar will be joined by host Rosalind Sanchez. The event, which airs live Wednesday, December 31st at 8 p.m. on ABC, Hulu the next day for streaming, and iHeart stations, will feature performances from various iconic locations. Ryan Seacrest and Rita Ora will host from Times Square with a headlining performance by legend Diana Ross. Additional artists include Sierra, L.E. Seraphim, Little Big Town, and Maren Morris. Chance the Rapper will co-host and perform from Chicago alongside Jamila Wood, Rob Gronkowski, football player, okay, and Julianne Hogue will handle hosting duties in Las Vegas with performances by artists like 50 Cent, Demi Lovato, and Charlie Puth. The West Coast lineup features stars including Mariah Carey, Zara Larson, New Kids on the Block, DJ Cassidy's Pass the Mic Live, featuring artists like Busta Bus. That's Busta Bus to you, Busta Rhymes to you guys, and Wyclef Jean or Jean, however you want to say it. Other notable artists include Post Malone in Nashville, Chappelle Ronan in Kansas City, Pitbull, that's my man. Four non blondes and many more are also set to take the mic. That is dope. They're really doing it different this year. They're going everywhere around the country. That's some good music and good times. Look, dig the move, y'all. If it's too cold, too expensive, you know what I mean? Turn the TV up. You got all types of genre of music to bring in the New Year's from coast to coast, literally. And you sit back with your family and friends or by yourself, little sip, sip, sip. You sip on this and enjoy the New Year's with, Daddy Yankee and Pitbull, Mariah Carey, the boss, not the boss, they call Lady Boss, Diana Ross. And enjoy it, man. Have fun. Enjoy. And that's not a bad lineup. That's not a bad lineup. I'll probably tune in from time to time. So much other stuff on during that time, like different whatever. 9 times out of 10, though, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I probably be finish up Stranger Things, the series finale. I'll probably be doing that. By the time it strikes midnight, I'm probably in the middle of watching the series finale. I think I have 3 episodes left. I think I'll be caught up in finishing up that. So, you got Stranger Things, you got Dick Clark New Year's Rockin' Eve, and you got whatever. Go to church, you do some worshiping, fellowship, whatever it is. Hopefully, you guys will be enjoying your New Year. And then the next day, New Year's Day, I want you to sit back and enjoy the final episode of NYPA Entertainment Radio. That is it. Originally, like I said earlier in the show, this is gonna be my goodbye. But I was like, nah, I want to start off the New Year's right, and I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it January 1st, and it gave me an excuse to, I don't know, maybe do. I wasn't ready to close the book yet, so I was like, all right, let's do January 1st. And in my mind, also it's January, which at least a month and a half out would be spring. like I said, so maybe late March, early April, if not sooner. Um, who is Kyle Graham would start. But yeah, this was originally it. This was tying it up with the bow, and that was it. And I thought long and hard about it. I was like, I give it one more show. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, again, I really, really appreciate the time today for letting me entertain you for at least close to an hour, about an hour, what have you, as I get ready to shut things down and close it up and closing time. And I would like to thank a lot of people, and I will thank them on the series finale on January 1st, 2026. And although I pre-recorded, but I will start doing live streaming of the show of Who is Kyle Graham eventually. That I want to do. And I do have a plethora of surprises up my sleeve for the show that I'm looking forward to, and I'm very excited about. But as always, thank you everyone for this week. I hope, again, hopefully you enjoyed your holiday, whether it's Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. Be safe for the New Year's, New Year's Eve. Be safe out there when you want to go to church. You go out, stay home, watch New Year's Rockin' Eve or Stranger Things or anything else. But the next day, the very next day, sit down for one final hour of NYPA Entertainment Radio. Before I go, one more thing. On these platforms, Riverside and Spotify, especially Riverside, they do a review of the year, like a clip. Now, they no one can say unless I air it, and I'm not going to air it. I'm going to tell you why. They did like a here's a look back at 2025, and the shit is so fucking corny. And I'll tell you why it's corny. And the assholes that edited, they and it's kind of funny at the same time. They said the word you said the most throughout the year was the word album. So they had clips of me say album, different episode, album. I was like more than that. And then the second word they had me say All of you motherfuckers. Now loop that motherfuckers a few times for 2026. I'm gonna say that a lot, Riverside. I was like, I'm sure I said album more times than that, and I'm sure I'm gonna say a lot. I was like, that all the shit I said, album I see like you paid some intern or I didn't pay an intern. You got some doofus intern to edit me saying album a lot, and then when I said a lot more than that, like or I said I'm trying to say album that much, but you sat through, hopefully became a fan of the show. And at least I would think I was at series finale, season finale, more than anything, more than album. But some clown ass dude was lazy and like he said album, and then looped it together. Honestly, anyway, I digress. 2026 is coming up soon. I will see you in the new year, Lord willing. Final series finale of NYP Entertainment Radio. January 1st, 2026. Who is Kyle Graham? Spring of 2026. It's happening. It's coming real fast. And I'm looking forward to it. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, have a happy new year. Have a merry new year. And I'll see you really soon for the series finale of NYPA Entertainment